How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. My name is Miles Gutierrez. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about a new little horror film called Sting. Now, I went into this movie mostly completely blind. I didn't watch any trailers. I just saw the poster and I was just automatically in. Now, I am a big fan of these creature features. Some of them work, other times they're just plain awful. One of the biggest surprises that I had a couple of years ago is a little movie called Crawl. And that movie just absolutely surprised me, mostly because I had no expectations going in. It was directed by the guy who did the Hills Have Eyes remake and Piranha 3D. And to me, he's a hit and miss director. So going into that movie, I wasn't all that excited. And it just absolutely surprised me. So I really wanted Sting to be that for this year. And that's exactly what I got with this movie because it doesn't try to do anything original. It doesn't try to do anything new. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. It doesn't renovate the creature feature genre. It knows what it is and it plays to that. You basically got this 12-year-old girl who has a spider that grows at an alarming rate. It's growing really quickly. Nobody knows what kind of spider this is, but it is able to mimic noises that she makes. And so throughout the entire movie, you're basically on edge because it's growing really fast. And I am somebody that doesn't like spiders. If you tell me to kill a spider, I will tell you to do it because I'm deathly scared of spiders. And if I see a spider in the shower, I'm going to wait until it goes down the shower drain and then I'm going to get in. That's how much I hate spiders. And most of my hate mostly comes with the fact that when I was young, I got bit by a spider and I never got my Spider-Man powers. So, fuck them. And what I think this movie did well is it made you feel claustrophobic because you're basically stuck in this apartment complex on a really stormy day. And so there's really nowhere else for you to go. You're basically stuck in this apartment complex with the spider and you don't know where it's going to be. And it just brought everything that I wanted this movie to bring. Is it predictable? Absolutely. But it delivers on everything it needed to deliver. It delivers on the scares. There are plenty of jump scares in here that I really enjoy. The atmosphere felt like you were a tenant in this apartment complex and you were basically stuck with nowhere else to go. And I think that is what this movie did pretty well. There are some gnarly kills in here that I really liked and I really appreciated. It almost pushed it a little bit further than I wanted it to because nobody in this complex is safe. Anybody can go at any given moment. And one thing that really surprised me about this movie is the family dynamics that we have between this stepdad that is trying to build a bond with his newfound daughter. However, there's some tension in there. He helps her with her comic books by being the artist, and there are some tensions here and there when it comes to those characters. But the family dynamics is something that I was really surprised by because when you go into a movie like this, one of the things that you're not really coming out saying is that you enjoyed the characters and you felt for for almost all these characters that are stuck in this awful situation, and it really tugged on the heartstrings at times when we were dealing with that family dynamics. That is something that really surprised me in here. It's something that I really appreciated about this movie, and just the cinematography, the way it all feels. It is a very claustrophobic movie, so if you're not a fan of those types of movies, then you're probably not going to enjoy this movie at all. But there are some great moments of tension. They don't do the fake out jump scares. I thought it worked. Elia Brown was absolutely surprising in here. Whenever she felt threatened, she turned a little bit evil, and I was scared of her. But you also have another side of her where she still looks up to her dad, even though her dad is not in the picture, and she views him as a superhero. Just when things go down, you kind of felt for her, and that is something that really surprised me. And she brought her A game. Whenever she needed to be scared, you felt that she was a bright spot in this movie, and you kind of needed that from her because a lot of this movie is hinging on her performance, not just with her family, but her relationship with the spider, which I really, quite frankly, enjoyed until it starts going on a killing rampage. Then you have Jermaine Fowler, who plays the exterminator, who brought a little bit more of the comedic relief. Whenever he was used, I thought they used him pretty well and it didn't break up the tension from the horror. He was kind of like that middle ground. Once you get a lot of tension, then you bring him in for a little bit of comedy. That way you are able to relieve yourself a little bit more. And I think this movie was just absolutely surprising. It's not going to break any ground. It's not going to be the best movie of the year. But if you're looking for a fun and inventive creature feature, then this movie is going to be for you. I really enjoyed it. It surprised me a lot more than it should have. And overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Sting a 6 out of 10. Nothing surprising, nothing new, but it's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely check it out when it hits theaters on April 12th. But those are my thoughts on Sting. Are you guys planning on checking this film out, or is this just a movie that you're just going to avoid at all costs? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys for the next video.